Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. 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 Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Hi, can you see me?
Yes, I think everyone can see you now, and then we are now live on the platform.
All right. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our webinar on AODI Campus Ambassadors Program. And we are very delighted to have you all join us. And we hope it will be an interactive and fruitful session. And please endeavor to ask questions and seek for clarity on any issue concerning this program. And my name is Aisha Sarki Abubakar. I'm the project manager for the Campus Ambassador Program. And with me is Mr. Andrew Ashanti, the Chief Partnering and Development Officer for AODI. Say hi, Mr. Andrew.
Thank you very much, Aisha. It's an absolute pleasure to join you, to join this information session today as a speaker on behalf of the entire AODI team. My name, as Aisha mentioned, is Andrew Asante, and I'm the Chief Development and Partnership Officer at the Africa of Our Dream Education Initiative. My profession spans my professional journey spans academia, global health, and strategic operations with a focus on medical innovations, bioscience enterprise, process improvement, and enhancing healthcare system. I'm currently a candidate of the Doctorate in Business Administration in Health at the University College London, UCL. I've served in several leadership roles and also excelled in strategic positions within diverse organizations and startups because I'm passionate about entrepreneurship and development. But I'm currently a research manager within the Cancer Aging and Somatic Mutations Program at the Wellcome Sanger Institute. Through my work in AODI, I aim to foster partnerships that empower youth and women across Africa and beyond, and build systems that sustain prosperity. I'm excited to discuss the transformative vision of the Africa of Our Dream Campus Ambassador Program with you all today. Thank you very much. Over to you, Aisha.
Okay, from the vast experiences and qualifications, you're going to have an interactive and fruitful session. So I will advise you to stay put and engage and listen attentively to this wonderful individual because you're going to learn a lot on this amazing Campus Ambassadors Program. So on this information session, we have 6 agendas. The first agenda is the welcome and introduction. The second is the program overview. The third is the application and selection process. The fourth agenda is the question and answer session. Mr. Andrew will be doing justice to our questions. Then the next agenda is the next step to become a campus ambassador. And the last item on the agenda is the closing remark. So without much waste of our time, we are going to delve into the program. The first agenda, I think we have done justice to that. That is the introduction and the welcome, where Mr. Andrew introduced himself. I think that was even more than an introduction. We have got to know him much more better. Yeah. So, as I said earlier, my name is Aisha Sarki. I'm the project manager for this wonderful program, the Campus Ambassadors Program with AODI. So, in this program overview session, I'm going to ask a series of questions, which Mr. Andrew is going to give an insight, an in-depth analysis. I will answer our questions. He will do justice, absolute justice to these questions. So stay tight and stay put. Tighten your seatbelts and listen. The first question is, can you please give us a brief overview of the Campus Ambassadors Program?
Yeah. So, so the Campus Ambassador Program, as we call it, AODI CAP, is a youth-focused initiative designed to empower university students across Africa by creating opportunities in education, mentorship, leadership development, and capacity building, both within and outside their communities and even overseas. This program was launched in 2023 during the Chemical Science lecture at the University of Nsukka within Enugu. And then the program aims to bridge the gap between AODI's vision and then students' need by fostering collaborations within university communities and providing the necessary tools that nurtures the next generation of leaders. Thank you, Aida.
Okay, that's great. Absolutely. Then the second question is, what are the main responsibilities of a campus ambassador? What are the main responsibilities?
Um, yeah. So campus ambassadors serve as the face and voice of AODI in their respective campus and institutions and community as a whole. So their responsibilities would include, but not limited to, promoting AODI's mission and initiative through awareness campaign. Example, organizing outreach program. So as an example, for our 2024 batch, one of the outreach program which they initiated was the Send a Child to School project. So that Send a Child to School project was set up to tackle the needs or challenges facing junior high and then senior high schools within our communities, where pupils or students lack the necessary resources and amenity to kind of promote their studies and enhance quality education within their various schools. So the campus ambassadors were tasked to identify schools within either any locality or community where they are based that may have need in terms of resource deficiencies, inadequate infrastructures, or students lacking in terms of quality academic materials in order to enhance their study. Then they approach the administrators or leaders of these institutions, engage in kind of an in-depth communication in order to understand their situation. Then on behalf of AODI, we solicit funds from our key or our global network in order to support this institution in promoting activities that would enhance the studies of these people. So that is one outreach activity. And then the next one, previous campus ambassador did was, I would say, equip girls with sanitary pad in order to enhance their health and then mental being as well. Other than that, other main responsibilities for campus ambassadors will be to organize tailored events such as seminars and workshops supported by AODI within their universities or campus. The role, so campus ambassadors also serve as mentoring role, or they serve as mentors by mentoring their fellow students and then representing AODI by sharing opportunities such as scholarship, internship opportunities, and career development opportunities with their peers in order to enhance the growth and then the development of students within their campus. The campus ambassadors also act as liaisons between the student community and AODI, ensuring effective communication of student needs to AODI, and then AODI giving the campus ambassadors feedback in order to share with their students' populations as well. So there are quite a number of responsibilities of campus ambassadors, but these are a few which I would like to touch on today.
Great, great. The responsibilities are numerous, and they are, what will I even say? They are massive, and they are. I can't. If I were a student, I can't wait to jump into this opportunity, and they are going to serve as they are not just going to be a representative of AODI to their campuses, but they will serve as a catalyst for social change in their various communities.
Yeah.
This is massive. This is massive. I can't lie. So I'm going to delve into the next question, and the question is what kinds of events or initiatives do ambassadors typically organize?
Thank you very much, Aisha. So campus ambassadors may organize a vast variety of activities or events or initiatives within their campus that align with AODI goals. An example include leadership and professional development workshop within their various campuses, mentorship and career guidance session for students within the entire university population. They may also engage in campaigns that promotes women empowerment and community engagement, as I initially mentioned. Health awareness, like the sanitary pad initiative, that drives young female child health and well-being. And then they may also be actively involved in educational outreach programs like the Send a Child to School programs. Campus ambassadors are also giving tasks in terms of social media and campus or on-site initiatives to drive participation of student population in AODI's programs. So they kind of serve as leaders or representatives within AODI, and then they kind of tackle the main challenges that their respective campuses are facing. So a campus ambassador, for you to become a campus ambassador, you'd have to be a strategic thinker, you'd have to be a problem solver. So you acting in AODI's behalf, remember that AODI is not in your respective campus. So they may not know what challenges your school is facing or the student populations are facing within campus. So as a campus ambassador, you would have to reach out to the student as the leader or representative or the face of AODI, find out some of the challenges, and then come up with events or initiatives that would foster the growth and development of students within your population, thereby in overall promoting AODI's goals and vision. So that those are a few I would mention for now, in case someone has any questions in the future.
All right. Then the next and final question on this agenda is, can you highlight some benefits of participating in this program, both professionally and personally?
Thank you very much, Aisha. In terms of benefits, the benefits of becoming a campus ambassador for AODI is multifaceted. It's quite a lot, but key among them is I'll say developing leadership skills. As I previously mentioned, campus ambassadors gain critical leadership and project management skills and experiences through projects or tasks they are assigned to. So during your term or your duration as a campus ambassador, you act as a leader, you would act as an influencer, you would be able to build your leadership and communication skills by leading projects, by influencing your peers, by ensuring that tasks or projects that have been assigned to you or that has been implemented in your campus are delivered and successfully, and then meets the key deliverables that were initially projected. So leadership skills in terms of professional development, in terms of professional development, you would have access to a wide range of mentorship from AODI board members, including global networks. You'd also have access to key courses that would develop yourself, and then you can gain some key skills and experiences in. As a member or a volunteer of AODI, we also share internship opportunities with you. For career growth, I'll say we have our global mentorship program that focuses on enabling students gain exposure overseas in terms of advancing their academic career through master's or PhD program, or even in terms of career development, that is securing jobs abroad. So let me give you an example of this instance of career growth. So 2 years ago, during our global mentorship program, I had one mentee assigned to me who was from Nigeria, I would say. He wanted to apply to Cambridge for a master's in artificial intelligence course. So I supported him with his application materials, and then he was invited for an interview. But unfortunately, he couldn't make it to the final stage. So he wasn't considered, or he wasn't offered a place on the course. So he ended up wasn't successful in his application. I think in 2021, thereabout, if I remember correctly. Yes. So he decided to move on to apply for jobs within Nigeria, and then he started working after his national service. Then along the line, this guy lost his job, and then he contacted me that he's currently lost his job, and then that was his main source of income. And then I'll say most of his expenses come from there. So I was quite saddened. And then fortunately for him, at that instant, my company within the UK were advertising several roles or recruiting for several roles. So I forwarded him the link to our careers page, and then he went through to see opportunities that he think suit his skills and experiences. And then he came back saying that he thinks he qualified for the product manager role, which was a high grade then. So I supported him with application, guided, and then fortunately he was invited for interview, guided him through a rigorous mock interview process, and then he got the job. That was his first job outside the UK. The grade of the job was grade 2, which usually requires a master's or a PhD holder for the product manager role. And then the salary then was about £40,000. And then so he was able, although he joined the mentorship program to apply for admission and further his education, in the long term, he got the opportunity to work within my company, and he's still there, the Welcome Sangha Institute, and he still works there as the product manager within the Parasite and Microbes program. So this is just a few of the opportunities you gain by being a volunteer or a campus ambassador or a member of the AODI Global Network. So there are vast opportunities for career growth. In terms of personal growth, ambassadors develop confidence because they go out there, lead programs, communicate with heads of institutions or departments. They kind of develop some sense of confidence, improve their communication skills, and a sense of purpose by contributing to meaningful projects that are set up by AODI. They also broaden their networks. So by connecting with AODI global networks, which include researchers, professionals, and then peers across the globe. So these are some of the benefits of becoming a campus ambassador or a volunteer within AODI, I must say.
This is a mouth-watering opportunity.
Yeah.
So the third item on our agenda is the application and selection process. So
before you go to the application and selection process, let me just highlight some of the program we kind of organize for campus ambassadors. So for 2025 alone, so this is kind of some of the activities that are put in place for campus ambassadors. So to give you a glimpse of it, in January, for current campus ambassadors, we plan on organizing leadership skills seminar and then promotional material distribution to them in order to develop their leadership and influencing skills. In February, there are seminars on goal setting, and then there's also the recruitment launch for incoming or new campus ambassadors, where the current or the previous campus ambassadors are sometimes actively involved in this recruitment process, just to get a grasp of how recruitment goes like. And then this can go a long way to enhancing their CV, because they could say, I've been involved in recruitment process and in recruiting new professionals within an organization. So in March, there's an onboarding and time for new applicants, and then time management workshop for both new and then current campus ambassadors. In April, there's also a workshop organized for CV writing and building relationships within campus communities. In May, you would have community engagement seminars being organized, and then and midpoint program reviews for existing campus ambassadors. In June, there's also some workshop and seminars on LinkedIn optimization and building a professional network. In August, campus Campus Ambassador-led campaigns are tied to International Youth Development Day, where campus ambassadors would be encouraged to bring out some activities or program to organize within their communities or their campuses. In October to November or to December, that would be promoting campaigns on AODI social media, raising funds to support projects or to support institutions or schools that we identify that may have needs and need support. And then there would also be an end of year program review, and then campus ambassadors are recognized at the end of their term, and then will be given certificates for those who perform outstandingly well. So these are some of the few activities we organize or we plan to organize for incoming and then the current campus ambassadors in order to enhance their skill. So you don't only come and then work for AODI as a campus ambassador. We want you to leave with yourself developed, gaining leadership skill, improving your communication skills, broaden your network, having an enhanced CV to apply for opportunities, both academia and then career development wise, and then also gaining a broad range of experience through the many activities or tasks you'll be assigned to. Yeah.
Surely they will not live the way they came in. They are going to live as better people, developed, enhanced, skilled, whatsoever. So many range of opportunities. And that you mentioned that time management workshop, it is very crucial to this program, because they will have to learn how to manage their academic activities and their campus ambassadors activities. That is very crucial. That time management is very, very crucial. So as you can see, it is one of the events organized for this 2025. So can we move forward?
Oh yes, time management is very essential, because remember that you are a student, and then aside you wanting to gain some volunteering experience or extracurricular experience, you would also have to think of your academics and your grades. And in AODI, we kind of prioritize academic development or enhancement. So we always ensure that volunteers or campus ambassadors have the necessary skills and resources in order to manage their time well, so that they don't fall back on their academics or lose focus in terms of their academic priorities. So that is really, really something we take seriously, and then try to tackle immediately you come in as a volunteer or a campus ambassador, so that you would have all the necessary skills and then support you need in order to advance in your role whilst performing in your academic settings as well.
They will be gaining a lot of skills.
Yeah.
That one, I assure them, they will be gaining a whole lot of skills.
Exactly.
Yes. So for the next item is the selection and application process. And the first question is, what is the application process like? And what are the key steps that you will follow?
So the application process is quite straightforward, I would say. Applications are usually open for students across all universities within Africa, irrespective of your country, irrespective of the country you find yourself in. So all you need to do is you log on to the application page, whose link I would share in the comment section. I've seen that people have started commenting in the comment section. So we'll share the link to the application page for you, so that interested candidates can apply directly through that place. So once once you are on the application page, you just fill out the application form, providing some essential details which we would keep as private. So privacy is something we are really hard on. So we adhere to GDPR regulation. So we keep all data or information supplied to us strictly confidential. So on the information form, there's a few details which we collect in order to know the candidates that are applying for the form. So once you are done, you then submit a statement of interest detailing why you wish to join the Campus Ambassador Program. So it should be a statement of interest. It should highlight all the reasons why you think that you'll be a suitable asset for the program, or you'll be competitive for the program, or you think that makes you eligible to becoming a campus ambassador, and then make sure you justify your claims with examples, I would say. Then once you are done, you submit your application. Then we would have the HR team who would kind of review our application and then shortlist eligible candidates for interview. So in order to assess your suitability. So and then once you go through the interview and then you pass and then you meet the criteria of a campus ambassador, then you would be offered a letter of acceptance, and then you would then be onboarded. So it's quite straightforward. It doesn't really require any extra material aside from the brief personal statement or the statement of interest which you are required to develop.
I think you have almost answered the next question. Okay. Here the question is, what are the eligibility criteria for the prospective ambassadors?
So in terms of eligibility criteria, I'll say you must be currently enrolled in an organized university within Africa. You have to be currently enrolled in a recognized university within Africa, irrespective of the country. You'd have to have a minimum GPA or CGPA of 3.0 and above with a good academic standing. You should be able to demonstrate some leadership qualities you have in your essays, and then a commitment to community development. You should also be proficient in using certain digital platforms in terms of social media and other communication platforms such as Slack or mainly WhatsApp, because most of these you will be put in groups. So most of your tasks would involve heavy communication, since most of you might be based remotely or elsewhere and then not within the same campus. So it's just something little. You don't really need any sophisticated material or gadget to be eligible. So it's just something short we look at. And then most importantly, your commitment to community development and your leadership qualities and your future plans and ambitions.
Great. That's great. We don't want much, but we don't want someone with a struggling GPA.
Exactly.
So the next question is, what qualities or experiences do you look for in application?
So in shortlisting application, so we seek individuals who are passionate about making a difference within their community. So we want to see that in your statement of interest, and then also strongly communicated in your interviews and whenever you ask questions. We also want to see individuals who have strong organizational and communication skills. So remember, you have to be well organized, because as we earlier mentioned, you are a student and you may have academic commitment. So you would have to be well organized and then manage your time well in order not to conflict AODI task or activities with your school commitments. So we seek individuals who are well or effectively organized and then have strong communicative skills. As we said, or as I said, you will be the face of AODI. You will be the lead representative of AODI within your respective institution. So in terms of speaking to department heads, in terms of speaking to your colleagues, in terms of speaking to the general population within the university campus, in terms of approaching schools and then speaking to the administration. So realize that communication skills is quite something that is on top of the list, okay, that we usually seek. So you should have a good or a strong communicative skills. And don't worry, as during your development pathways, as part of a campus ambassador within AODI, we would organize workshop to help develop or to refine your existing communication skills, let me put it that way, your time management skills, and then organizational skills as well. Then, as I have been reiterating all over the time, you should exhibit effective time management and leadership potential, and you should be eager to learn, grow, and collaborate with diverse teams. So these are some of the qualities or experiences we look for in applicants whom we enroll as campus ambassadors.
All right, that's great. Then the next question is, do you have any tips for the applicants to help them stand out?
In terms of tips, I would say as an applicant or a potential applicant to the AODI Campus Ambassador Program, you should clearly articulate your motivations and how they align with AODI visions when you are submitting your statement of interest. You should showcase how your past experiences would influence you to become a successful campus ambassador program. And also, if you have any previous leadership or community engagement experiences, you should also demonstrate this in your essay. You should be authentic. Don't phrase a lot of things which you know that you've not done, or don't come up with a lot of lies which you know that when you are asked details about it, you fumble during the interview, because we will be able to identify this during the interview. So you would have to be authentic and then demonstrate your passion for contributing to positive change. So these are some of the tips I would kind of give to any prospective applicant who want to stand out as a candidate of the Campus Ambassador Program for the year 2025.
That's actually great.
Yeah.
So when they possess these qualities, they will stand out. They will. We will not even think twice before employing them.
Exactly. And then just to finalize in terms of next steps, so as we mentioned, you just have to complete the application form if you are interested in joining AODI as a campus ambassador. As a campus ambassador, using the link I'm going to send or share now. And then if you have any questions, we are open for you to contact us. And then also, once you get this opportunity, or once you see this opportunity, try and share with your colleagues within your various university campus. You might have others that might be interested to join. So you're trying to encourage others to also apply and join this transformative journey, so that together we can build an Africa that is worthy of our dreams. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We can't thank you enough. This is way too information for this. Thank you. And next item will be the question and answer session. So I'll have to look for the questions our listeners have.
Yes. So, guys, if you have any questions, kindly put them on the chat, and then we'll be happy to answer them. So let us know if you have any questions, and then we are happy to respond to any questions that you think might have not been answered, or if you have anything that you think we've not really addressed in today's session, we are happy for you to put them in the chat, and then we'll help answer them. So as I promised, I've pasted the link to the application form on the chat. So irrespective of where you are watching from, whether you are watching us from our Facebook channel, whether you are watching us from our YouTube channel, whether you are watching us from LinkedIn, you would have pasted these the link to the application form on the comment section. So please do click, and then we hope to see as many applications come from you who are watching this session currently. We hope to see as many applications from you at the moment. Okay, so we have one question from Lulu. So I'll read it out to you, Aisha, and then see if
okay.
provide her with a response. She said, is there a duration for serving as a campus ambassador or a tenure? Say every ambassador serves for a year or 2 years or something like that. Is there a duration for the campus ambassador program?
No, there's no duration. As long as till they graduate from their various institutions. And if they wish, they could be our ESCOs and they are still useful to us. We'll still be engaging them as ESCOs. But there's no duration. Their duration is their graduation year. There's no duration, yes.
Yeah, so as Aisha mentioned, so I think one thing we didn't touch on as to how in which year can you apply to AODI as a campus ambassador. So AODI is quite open and accept application from a vast range of students, whether you are in your first year, your second year, your third year, or your fourth year. So campus ambassadors do not really have a duration unless they've completed their program within their various university. And even if you finish your degree or your program, you could apply as a project facilitator for AODI. So for example, in the middle of last year, we organized the 2024 Chemical Science Workshop. And this project was proposed, or the project was proposed by a previous campus ambassador who is currently doing her PhD in the US. So she applied for funding through the American Society of Molecular Biology. And then she got a funding. She was successful in securing the funding of around $1,000, $1,000 to organize any event within her community or school. So she remembered she once worked with AODI as a project facilitator or a campus ambassador, and she's still a project facilitator, and then decided to bring her proposal to us. The AODI board assessed her proposal and then refined it and then supported with the resources we have to organize the 2024 Chemical Science Lecture and Workshop. So being a campus ambassador extend even after you graduate from your current institution, but applications are accepted from level 1 in terms of your first year, second year, third year, and then your final year. And then if you would want to resign, you would have to let us know, and then we will be happy for you to resign. But if you would want to continue after your degree program, we'll be happy for you to reach out to us in order to now apply for a project facilitator role within AODI, or a volunteer as a project facilitator role within AODI in order to continue from there. So the campus ambassador program or campus ambassadors do not have a definite duration. So far as you are performing well and then it's not affecting your grades, you would still be a campus ambassador. The only time your offer or your employment as a campus ambassador will be terminated or rescinded is when your grades go below 3.0. So it means that you are not able to combine the commitment that comes with AODI with your academic commitment. And because we also prioritize or take education seriously, we wouldn't wish for your CGPA to fall below. So rather than give you extra job or commit to various projects, we would want you to focus on your studies so that you can build up your CGPA up to a point. So that is the only way we would kind of rescind to your offer as a campus ambassador or terminate your offer as a campus ambassador. And then also if you are not performing well as a campus ambassador. So as a campus ambassador, we want to see you doing something within your respective campus or community. So if we are not getting any update from you, if we are not seeing you do anything, but have just taken the title upon yourself, then we would look into this and then contact you to kind of explain why you've been so dormant and then not actively working. If it's a good excuse, we will accept and then try to support you in whatever way we can. But if it's something that we realize that is just from you being relaxed and then not really executing your duties, then we might rescind your offer or terminate your offer. Thank you very much. I hope I answered your question, everything, Lulu. So we have a question from Matthew Otubo, which I'll post to you, Aisha.
Okay.
He's mentioning that what will happen to existing campus ambassador who graduate without participating in the mentorship program as discussed. Okay, so I would answer this, Aisha. So as I've already said, so existing campus ambassadors who have completed their program within their various universities, if you still want to be part of AODI, if you still want to volunteer for AODI, then we would encourage you to reach out to our campus ambassador rep, which is Aisha, or campus ambassador project manager, which is Aisha. Then she will set up a meeting with you and HR for you to be given access to the project facilitator role, where you can apply to continue your volunteering to AODI as a project facilitator, but not a campus ambassador, since you don't have a campus anymore, or since you've completed your degree. So you would rather keep volunteering for AODI as a project facilitator, whose example I gave you with the previous campus ambassador who is currently doing her PhD in US, and then we collaborated with her to organize the second chemical science workshop at UNN last year. Yes.
Okay, I have this question from Musa from Kano.
Okay.
He's asking that are we good? Are campus ambassadors as prospective applicants, that if they successfully get the job as campus ambassadors, are they going to get any letter of recommendation for their future job opportunities?
Great.
From the organization?
Yes. So as I said, you being part of AODI come with multifaceted opportunities and benefits. So for example, even ex-employees who are no longer with AODI still get recommendation letters from us in terms of their graduate application or job application. So late last year alone, I wrote several recommendations for the previous campus ambassador project manager, and then the previous administrator. I've also supported them in terms of counseling them for career advances or career choices. So it extends beyond. So even if you are no longer with us, once you reach out to us for support, we are happy and willing to help or support you. So recommendation letters are endless. We are happy to support you with recommendation letters anytime or any amount or any number you want to. And then we are happy to do that for you. But we will be happy to do that for those we know who delivered during their term with us. So if you didn't do anything, please don't message me for recommendation letter, because to be honest, I won't give you. So I would only personally, I don't know about the other trustees, but personally, I would only recommend someone whom I know really worked or demonstrated execution or delivering the activities or the responsibilities or the duties of their role, and then they were able to meet all key deliverables assigned to them. And in doing that, I'm happy to write a good recommendation for anyone whom has been able, who approached me and then has requested for a recommendation. I'm happy to do that.
And he further asked, what is the duration before they can get the recommendation letter as serving ambassadors? Like, for how long are they going to serve before they get the recommendation? Like, let's say, like, he served for a month or 2, 3, maybe he got an opportunity and he needs the recommendation letter. Is it going to be issued?
There's no time frame for
Okay.
reaching out to us for recommendation letter.
All
Even
right.
if you are with AODI for a week and have actually demonstrated certain skills and experiences, we can use that as a base to draft a recommendation letter for you, because the recommendation letter we give is personalized. We don't use a template like what most of your university lecturers use. I give a personalized recommendation reference where I mention certain key activities or skills you've demonstrated whilst working with us, where I think can be effectively utilized in your future job or postgraduate applications. So I don't give a generalized reference. So that's why I said that if you don't do anything or I don't see you do anything, don't think I'll give you a reference, because I wouldn't do that. So you have to demonstrate to me that you've actually worked and served, and then I can use your deliverables to write a good recommendation letter for you that will be worth helping you secure your dream job or your dream school or your dream course. Thank you very much.
Fair enough. That is fair.
Yeah.
That is fair. Do you have another question from your end, or shall I search for another?
Yes. So this question is from Eze Kingsley. So Eze Kingsley, I think I've already answered your first question, which tackles how can a graduate be part of the initiative. Okay, so your question is how can a graduate be part of the Campus Ambassador Program? So if you are a graduate, we would rather recommend you to apply for the project facilitator role or any volunteer role which AODI advertise, and you think you have the skills and then experiences that meet the demands or the requirement of the role. But if, let's say, you are a graduate, but you currently work as a research assistant within your university, that's a TA or something, you can apply for the Campus Ambassador Program. So the Campus Ambassador Program is not limited to only students, but it's limited, but it's a compass both students and then research assistants who work or affiliated to a particular institution, university or research institution. So you would have to be affiliated to a university, or so you would have to be affiliated to a university, or let's say a technical college or a college or a research institution in order to become an AODI campus ambassador. But if you don't have affiliation to these institutions, but you work separately with a government or a private or an NGO somewhere else, but you still want to be part of AODI, then we would recommend you applying for a project facilitator role or any volunteering opportunities that might come up later and would be advertised on AODI social media platform. So I encourage everyone to keep an eye on AODI social media platform and website, including LinkedIn, Facebook, X, and then YouTube, and then our main website as well. And then you could keep track. And then I think we are also on Instagram, so you could keep track of every advertisement we post. And then if you have the skills and then the experiences suitable for the role, you could apply. So opportunities in AODI is not limited to campus ambassadors only.
Yes. And I have another question here. This is from Mariam from Kano as well. Okay. She said, I've heard you mention universities. What if we at the polytechnics and maybe federal colleges of education? Is the opportunity not open for us?
Yes, yes. So as I just mentioned, it's not limited to those who are within universities. So if you are in a college or a polytechnic or a technical institution or a research institution, or even if you are working privately, okay, you can apply as a campus ambassador if you are affiliated to this institution. But if you are working as an independent worker in a private institution or a governmental institution, which is not necessarily a school, a college, or a research institution, then we would encourage you to apply for the project facilitator role or any opportunities that come up within AODI.
All right.
Yeah.
Hope you have had your answer.
Yes. Any
You have
more
anyone from your
questions?
end?
Is there anything that you think we've not answered?
Let me search for the questions they're sending to me. Okay, this one is from what is the name? Shehu from Kano as well. He's asking how do prospective applicants, let's say, okay, the link will be provided shortly. I think he has answered this.
Why are they seeking for links?
Yes. How are they going to get the link for the application?
Yes. So as I said, I pasted the link on the comment section. So I'm repasting this again. So
Okay.
if you want to apply, please click the link. I've just pasted it. So you can apply clicking on the link. You see on YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn in the comment section.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any more questions from your end before I search for another?
No, not at the moment.
Okay.
Guys,
this is from,
any more questions?
I have another. This is from Kate.
Okay.
Kate YO. I'm not sure where she's from. She didn't mention. She's asking that how do you get your mentors? Are the campus ambassadors responsible for getting the mentors for the, let's say, workshop and seminars, or how is it? Or the
No.
organization?
Okay. So once you have a project that you want to deliver within your campus or your institution, we would recommend that you write a proposal. So a detailed proposal which you would share with the campus ambassador rep or project manager, which is Aisha. And then Aisha will share this with the program manager, whom in collaboration with the the program manager, they would review and then give you an initial feedback to refine or improve your project. Now, once you have an improved or refined proposal, this proposal will now be shared with the trustees of AODI, who will now review your proposal into details and then deliberate on whether they will be happy or willing to promote it within your campus and support you with any resources in terms of personnel or financial resources that might be required in organizing these programs. So once it's approved, AODI will help you. If you don't have your own speakers, AODI will be happy and willing to help you source for speakers for event or personnel for event you organize within your respective campus. But if you also have speakers, you could suggest them to AODI. AODI will reach out to them and then make sure that they are happy to deliver these sessions within your campus with no extra, I would say, commitment or cost. Yeah. So aside that, if you don't have anyone, but you have a great idea, you have a great proposal, you have an amazing event in mind, or an activity which you would want to launch or initiate within your campus, we would encourage you to write a proposal, and then you would receive your first feedback from Aisha, who is the project manager for the Campus Ambassador Program. and then she would work in collaboration with AODI program manager Gloria, who would then give you the feedback you need. And then once you have a more refined, detailed version of your proposal, it will be shared with the trustees to assess and then give you a final decision.
All right. That is fair. Then the next question is from Shola. Shola is from Lagos State. He said he doesn't have any prior experience, any leadership experience, and he wants to apply. Will he be able to stand out?
Well, so it's all about how you write your essays. It's
Fine.
all about how you write your essay. So if you don't have any leadership experience, if you don't have anything, you should at least demonstrate something. So leadership experience doesn't mean formal leadership experience. Do you understand? Communication experience doesn't mean you standing out in public delivering speech. Leadership experience doesn't mean you delivering a 1-year project or you delivering a 50,000 naira project. No, it doesn't mean that way. Leadership experience, you could even use you as the first or second child within your family as an example. How do you lead or motivate your other siblings to ensure that they don't deviate or ensure that they kind of become better persons in the future? That is an example of a leadership skill. Do you get it?
Sure.
So don't think of the leadership skill as something formal. You have to demonstrate it by delivering projects. No, we want to see examples of how you've been able to lead or get something done. Communication. You have friends, right? I'm sure you've encountered various situations, even among your colleagues in your classroom, or even among your siblings at home. How were you able to solve that? How were you able to communicate things to them? How were you able to communicate your plan, your passion to them? These are some of the things we want to see. It shouldn't be formal. You understand? You can use any example. So all we need to see is you demonstrating that you've done something. You've actually done something. You actually have something. And you can use any example at all. All we want to see is you demonstrating it. That is one. It doesn't matter which example. It doesn't matter if you led a £1,000 project or a 1 naira project. It would shock you that someone who led a project with no budget in their various mosques or church could get the campus ambassador role than someone who had delivered a project for a huge organization like WHO or McKinsey or any big oil and gas company within Nigeria or elsewhere in Africa. Do you understand? So we want to see you communicate that effectively. And then reading your statement of interest would also let me know whether you have good communication skills or not. Because the way you articulate your ideas, the way you articulate your message, the way you articulate your example would also let us know whether you have good communication skills or not. So communication skills can come if you have not really communicated with people before. The way you even write your essays or your personal statement can tell me, reading your application, that this guy has a good communication skills. And remember, it doesn't mean using big words. Don't use words that I have to be looking in a dictionary before I can understand. Those things put me off. Even when I was doing my MPhil in Cambridge would advise you to use simple words, because once you start using those big words, the lecturers or the professors get put off and then they deduct marks. So even in institutions like Cambridge, Oxford, and Harvard, they encourage people to use simple words. But these words, these sentences should be clearly articulated so that at least we can understand or follow what you want to say. So that is all we look out for.
Okay, this is the question. This is from me actually, for people that might have it in mind. Campus ambassadors all over Africa. What of the Francophone African countries?
Well, so if remember that I'll say most of the trustees within AODI come from English-speaking countries. So
Yes.
for those in Francophone countries, I'll say if you are still interested, you should be able to speak English. Otherwise, communication, although we might be happy to bring you on board, communication can become a barrier for us. So definitely we can't bring someone on board whom we can't communicate with. So if even if you are from a Francophone country, but you can still communicate or speak in English, and we can rely on you to deliver messages or agendas or kind of event or activities from AODI with your peers within your various institutions or campus in any francophone country you are, we are happy to also receive your application. But make sure that you can very well speak in English.
Countries like Cameroon will try that, I think. I think they speak both English and French.
All
But
right.
for countries like Niger, I don't know how we are going to communicate with those ones. And Benin Republic. So, any further questions from your end?
No further questions from my end. It seems it's past 4 now, and then we can wrap up for the day.
Okay.
But just to go back for those who are currently joining, so the next step is for you to click on the link that has been pasted in the comment section, and then complete the application form. Then if you have any questions in the future regarding AODI or the Campus Ambassador Program, we would advise you to reach out to any of the AODI contact numbers you would find on our website. And also for you, those who have joined this session today or have chanced on this recording, we would encourage you to share or circulate with your friends among your various campuses so that they could also benefit and then apply if they are interested. So that all together, once again, we can build an Africa that is worthy of our dream. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is very insightful and interactive. We can't thank you enough. And we hope to have you soon on another program session.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
you're
And for
welcome.
our listeners, wherever you are, wherever part of the world they are, wherever part of Africa you are, we thank you. We can't thank you enough. Thank you all for taking out time to join us today. We are truly inspired by your interest in this program. This is not just an opportunity to represent AODI, but also a chance to grow as leaders, make meaningful connections, and leave a lasting impact in your campus communities. Remember, every great leader starts with a single step, and applying to this program could be yours. We cannot wait to see the incredible energy, creativity, and passion you will bring as ambassadors. Do not forget to complete the application. And if you have any further questions, reach out to us. If you need any support, reach out to us. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone. And then we look forward to receiving your applications and then reviewing them soon.
Yes.
All the
Yes.
best. But remember that this session is just the beginning of your journey with the AODI Campus Ambassador Program. As an ambassador,
Yes.
you would gain not only professional skills, but you would also have the opportunity to create lasting change in your communities and in your campus, respectively,
Sure.
so that
Sure.
together we can shape the future of Africa for our dream. So I would encourage you all to embrace this opportunity, and I look forward to working with you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
All right. Bye, guys. Bye.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music